What's up guys, welcome to my channel where I speak about health and wealth. Today guys, we're going to be looking at the Fibonacci retracement tool that you can use in your trading strategy. I'll show you guys how to put it together, and also a few things I will show you on the charts where I've made some incredible trades due to the Fibonacci and certain areas where you can take out profit and also stick your stop loss. And this, guys, comes with practice, okay? Remember, everything takes time. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, guys, so what we're going to talk about today is the Fib retracement. Okay, I'll just say Fib. It's actually short for Fibonacci. Promise you, Fib's the one you want to use. Anyway, guys, in the Fib, you will have many different levels, okay? Many different levels. The two levels that I like to use are the 61.8 and the 78.6% retracement level. Okay, you still get the 50 and you get the 38, but for this video specifically, guys, I want you to focus on this golden zone. Okay, I love this golden zone. Why? Because in my strategy, it has positioned me perfectly in the market to enter the trade. It has also given me an unbelievable risk to reward ratio. And on top of that, it really just helps me with confidence in entering the market. So first of all, what we want to actually establish here, guys, is that we need to understand how the charts are moving, first of all. Okay, what trend is happening? Now, we determine that by highs and lows, okay? In a upward motion, we are looking at a bullish trend, the bulls, okay? That way I like to think of it. Bull is all about going up, okay? And the bears, you want to remember this one, always think about it as its paw is striking down. When it hits something, they normally push their paw downwards. Okay, and for a bear market, we're always seeing stuff like this, okay? Now, guys, you can see over here, we have a high here, then a low here, a higher high there, and then a lower high there. And this repeats constantly, okay? And this is what we are trying to do here, guys, is we're trying to find out what exact area is this position going to move to the next high. So we can actually take profit here, okay? That's TP, take profit, okay? Easy. Now, with the Fibonacci, it makes it very simple for you to actually find entries and exit zones, okay? So if we were to draw our Fibonacci into here, you would first of all, you would put it at the lowest low, which would be your 0. I mean, will be your 100%. There will be 100% retracement if it had to literally come down here, which would be your double bottom. Say for instance it did come down here and hits there, then that would be a full retracement to a double bottom. Okay, so guys, it's very important for you to obviously understand that there's still possibilities outside the Fibonacci. But I love using the Fibonacci. It just gives me that exact position that I know works well, and many other people can use it as well. Okay, so when we are trying to find these movements, guys, from high to low and back down, we normally first of all want to bring in something called structure. Okay, what happens when the market moves? It normally wants to find structure. This is how the banks work, this is how all of the prop firm trading, all of the guys that have the money will just look for a higher retracement back to structure and then trade it. Sometimes it doesn't actually respect it. It will move slightly lower, which is where I like to capitalize. Okay, so in this movement, in a trending movement, we want to try and find the next best area. So when we do this, guys, we're basically looking, if it's a trending market, okay, and we have our points, we're wanting to find out where would this retracement come to. Okay, so now if you've put your Fib in, okay, and this might not be exact, guys, I'm just using 100. Okay, so if the market had to move all the way back down, like I said, it would be 100% retracement, double bottom. Make sure that you understand the rules for entering that before you do it, but those are normally great entries, okay? Just remember there needs to be structure and a point down to here. But we're gonna have my area, which is the 78.6% and the 61. Okay, so guys, any trade that touches here for me or touches here for me, I'm in, even in the middle. I have other reasons to enter it, but that, to me, is my favorite trading entry ever. Okay, TPs are normally here, guys, or you can actually you can add in the negative 0.27 area, and you can also add in the negative 0.618. These can be TP2 and TP3 if you would like to get the extra extensions. Okay, they are great because normally when you hit these areas they normally tend to fall back down. Okay, sometimes not, but remember this is based on strategy. Make sure that I don't make stupid mistakes. Okay, so only in this area do I trade. I don't trade any of the other fib levels. There are other ways to trade them, but I haven't implemented them into my strategy. I wanted to test every strategy out for a long period of time before I actually say, okay, this works. It's been taught to me by my mentors. There are multiple of them, unbelievable people, and this is the reason why I know these work. Okay, so for the last 3 years, guys, I've been using this Fibonacci retracement strategy. Okay, it's breaking the high from the previous level, and it's properly breaking it, guys. Like, it's not just, we don't see like that. Okay, we don't see, I want it to break. This is still acceptable, okay, but then you still have room for this kind of movement back down, okay, that can still end up being a bear market. Okay, in my strategy, this is on the hour, 4 hour, and daily time frames. They are fantastic. Okay, so when you use this Fibonacci retracement, it's a very, very widely used strategy. So we still need to add into this. Remember, one confluence is a Fibonacci level. Okay, let me put this here. In your strategy plan, you can have you can have your fib level, okay, which is mine is the 61.8% to 78.6% retracement level. Okay, one part of my strategy. Next, number 2 will be your structure from, so it's the 1H to your daily time frame, okay? That is very, very important. Guys, this is where you'll get your best structure points. Number 3, look for the zeros. Okay, so I mean 0, 0, 0, 0, or even if you're lucky, quadruple 0. Okay, guys, this helps tremendously, but it doesn't mean trade on them. It just means these are areas that get projected. So a quick example for this would be if the market, rather wait for it to get rejected, so the market moves slightly back up, and then on this retracement, you can see you're looking for a movement that actually supports structure on that $1,000 price point, and then you'll take your trade up to either a 0 or the other TPs I mentioned earlier. My most important one is I never trade without this one. You need to have a pattern. Okay. So I only look for areas in my fib on this. I have to have structure from 1 to the daily time frame. Okay, this is where you find your best structured points, your support and resistance levels. Then you want to look for the double zeros, the triple zeros, and the quadruple. A brilliant place to put your trade in, guys. I can guarantee you that. We'll go and see the charts, how interesting it is. And then there's a terrible P, a pattern. Okay, and what I mean by that, guys, there are so many. It's not even a joke. I'll give you like 4. I'll give you 4 of them. So you get an impulsive movement. Okay, pull back, impulse movement, and then now we have our first point of structure. Okay, so you can either have something that's like this, which is a flag, which just hits the structure and moves on. Okay, continuation pattern. Then you can have another one, which is, I like to call it M pattern. So you can have impulse, pull back, impulse, And then we have this kind of movement, okay? Those are my favorites. They normally work majority of the time. And then you want to be trading it up to either structure over there or you're going to break the highs. Okay, that's another one. And then my other, I guess you could say a second favorite is basically a re-entry on a counter trend line break. Okay, so this would basically be the M, okay? And then we have this structure and everyone's like, oh, it could go down. But anyway, this thing starts to rally up, breaks that high, and then makes another M. And then this becomes your trend line. So it's broken through these two trends because we thought that maybe it would fall here, but it didn't. It broke straight through the high, made an M pattern, enters the structural level, okay, which is over there. And then this entire area becomes your golden zone, okay. And then you're looking to ride this wave just above that, or if there's another re-entry possibility on that strategy there, on that structure there, then you take it. Okay, and this is all combined with everything I've just spoken about. Guys, you need the zeros, you need the structure, you need the fib. Okay, this is how the fib actually works. It is my favorite tool to use. You should implement it into your trading strategy. Vital. Okay. But anyway, let me go and show you this on the charts. Okay. So now we're in my computer right here. Let me jump into TradingView quickly so you guys can see what I'm doing. Really cool thing to have, guys. I really suggest you use it. As you can see on the side here, I am in and been here for a while. But anyway, main thing is, let me go and show you how to do this. Click on the button there. Let's go to the product. And then we're going to look at, they call it super chart. They must have upgraded. Cool. Let's go see some super charts. Okay, guys. So this is what I was looking for in the, whatchamacallit. This is gold, gold spot USD dollar. So what I was looking for, guys, was a retracement down to this area, and then I would have entered. Just remember, I will put all the information on the side here so you guys can actually take it down as a note, and then we're going to go through this over and over again so you guys can understand it. Okay, so let me quickly just delete everything on here and then we'll start all over again. Let's just remove all of that. You can also see I had a recent area of interest over here. I wanted to contest here before I traded again, but anyway, this is kind of redundant for now because I will be looking at the markets a bit more over time. Okay. First of all, guys, like I stated, we always want to go to the highest time frames before we do anything, and then I can explain to you how we would look for something on gold here. So, for instance, we are always going to from left to right. On the daily, we can see that the market's actually nearly at the high. So, that's also a good indication, guys. There could be a triple top and there could be a sell-off. But we don't know yet, and we do need some sort of dollar news to get stronger beforehand. So that's the first one I see that's extremely powerful. Next one that I see, guys, which is where it is at the moment, you can see that this area also moved down drastically and also on the left hand side. So we're going to put another line there. Now, the cool thing is when you do this, I want you to understand that now you can see where price is. So you don't really need to be putting any more lines anywhere. But for the sake of this, we just want one more area, which is this one, okay? I like it because of this reason, guys. Very simple. Here and here. Okay, we've had a movement down and we've had a movement up. These areas show that this is a good potential area for it to retrace to one day. So we're going to leave that in there. Now that I've found my areas of influence, or you could just say support and resistance, which is one of the rules, that's what we're going to do first. We have now seen an impulsive movement break above the high here. Okay, so that's valid. Now we're looking for we're looking for continuation, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the 4 hour so we can get a pattern. Now, can you guys see? So can you guys actually see now what's happened is we've broken through this high structure here. We've just come back down and we've been rejected again. So we know that this area could be a potential buy. Okay, that is definitely something I want to be looking at. I can also see that this area here has bounced before. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight this area. Okay,
just for my own sake, because we need to just remind ourselves, what are we trying to do? What are we trying to find? We're trying to find a good area where the market had moved up before. So this is one of them. Why? We can see it on the left-hand side. It's clear as day. Then I'm going to put my what do you call it? A trend line in to also just give me like some sort of like direction. And then from there, I'm going to look for the impulsive movement. Okay, so we've had one beautiful impulsive movement, pull back to here, touch and went off. Okay, now if I had to have used the Fibonacci, guys, this is why I like Fib, I would have done this. Can you see it would have hit my area here and I would have traded it? Okay, but I missed out on this trade. As you guys saw, I wanted it to pull further back into here, as you saw in the beginning of this trade analysis. This was an area that I should have bought, but it didn't pull down low enough. I wanted some more some more pull down. So I wanted it to actually enter the market here and then create the pattern I was looking for. And then I would have traded it, but it didn't. Sometimes it doesn't work, guys. And then what I did was, okay, let's try and find the next best area. So when this moved up, I did the same strategy again. I exited. I can see that this had moved up past the zero. Now what I wanted to do is I'm just going to exit that. We now know that this area is pretty decent. I'm still going to leave this in here for my own mind, just to remind myself this area is great. And we're going to go and use Fibonacci from the low here to the high there. And then can you guys also see now that the market is within my Fib zone? Okay. What I'm going to do now is I have seen that I've got two things that are working in my favor. I have a movement up. Okay. I have my movement up, the impulsive movement that breaks. We have now pulled down into the Fib zone. Now what we're looking for is just a pattern. So we go down to 1, and now we can see that we're still waiting for the pattern to actually complete. Okay. So until that it has actually like broken this level here, more moved up and then moved back down to make my M pattern, I will then look for a buy somewhere here or even a little bit lower, maybe, guys, because remember we're looking for bounces and patterns. So this could happen over time. We can still have this kind of thing happen. So when the next one breaks another small high and pulls back, then I'm going to trade that right there, because then this could be happening. Okay, because we're looking for the continuation of the market. So that is all I do when I'm looking for this. I'm going to show you guys also quickly on a different chart, and I'm going to actually play it out for you so we can try and see if this works better. That's my gold trade that I'm going to hold on to. It looks really nice. I'm not going to do anything for that. I'm going to leave it as is. And you see, look here, the NAS also just touching my 51. I said to myself, I'm not trading unless it goes into there. It never went into there, so I didn't trade it. Now I'm still waiting for this alarm to get rung, and I will be patient for it. Okay. Because it didn't enter my area here, I'm not going to show you guys that one, but what we can show you is, let me actually show you how nice this is. Let's go and look at a different chart like that's USD CAD. This actually wouldn't be a bad one to try out. Let's do this. Okay, so now we know nothing about the market there. Play this out for you guys. Okay, so let's say this was the market and you're coming into it and it's Sunday and you're like looking at it and you're like, I wonder what could possibly happen. And we're all concerned about the next movement. All this is going to do, guys, is look here, there's structure here. Okay, so put it in. You can see, look, bounce, dipped, went back up, hit the area, fell down. First one. Second one, right up there. Okay, love it. Beautiful. Now, what else can we guys see? The next best one would be down here as well. This one. And then what's another one? We can see there's a break of structure. If this had to break up here, then it would be a great idea. Okay. This is in the 4 hour. We're supposed to go to the daily, so let's go double click if those are all great. And let's make sure that we aren't like being a bit too dramatic or whatever it is. Okay, there's the instructions there, and you can see why. I'm just going to make sure you guys understand this. I do know this is quite a comprehensive video, but this is trading, guys. It takes time. Okay, so now, guys, what we're looking for is we are looking for this trend to break. Okay, can you see we are going downward? Now, once you're done with that and you figured out what type of movement you're looking for, we just want a break of some sort of structure. So even something It's simple as that. That was a break there. You see, we had a down, down, and down, and then now we're kind of looking to come back up. And we wanted to test on this area. Then we kind of know, okay, listen, we're looking for something to go back up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward this so you guys can see how this plays out, because there's nothing to really look at. And I want to go down more into the 4 hour before I actually do anything. And we can also see that like price came really close to this area. Okay. Anyway, let's carry on with it and let's keep playing. Let's press the play button 3 times the movement and let's go. Okay, hit structure. You see that, guys? Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is a perfect example of what happens. Okay, so first of all, we didn't break that high, but did we break some high here? Did we? Not necessarily. Okay. I would still be very cautious about it not breaking that entire high here. But guys, we can see that we do have an impulsive movement trying to make a new high. So this, you can still use this. You can still definitely use this kind of trade. Done. Okay, now look how cool this is. Okay, let's go for that structure. We've got our points. Is there anything here that has anything to represent the double zeros I've been talking about? Look at that. My friends, this is one of the coolest tricks you can learn in the book. Okay, so here's one of the things I was talking to you about. We're looking for double zero. Okay, there it is. You just highlight that area. Okay, 400, double zero. Okay. Now, I want you guys to go into the 1 hour, and now you can see we have a rejection from the zone. And then we're going to rinse and repeat the same strategy. So what have I said? It needs to break a small high, okay? It needs to come into my trading area and get rejected. It has done that. And now we're looking for the pattern. Okay, what pattern are we looking for? We're looking for some kind of M or anything like that. Okay, now let's go and look for this. So broke out, came down, got rejected from my area, and now we're going to go and see what happens if I rinse and repeat the strategy over time. Now, before I can enter, we need to make sure that what happens, guys. Okay, we've got to say there's got to be another break somewhere. So it's got to break this high. And this is the new high. Okay, that is the new high. So we need to see it break that structure, and then we're looking for the pullback. And then we're going to rinse and repeat the same structure. Okay, same thing over and over again. Now we go into the 15. Okay, now we're looking. Okay, so what I said is it needs to break that high. Let's go. Let's wait to see what it does. Comes back down into my area. See, guys, still holding in that area. That's why I didn't want to enter. Boom, still. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Now I want to show you guys the power of it. Can you guys see how stupid it would have been to enter early? Can you see that? Now we actually have it lower than earlier, and we're looking for patterns within my golden zone. Okay, now this was the one. This is it. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's try and make this not too complicated for you guys. Let's go back. Just want to highlight this. Let's do this. Let's delete it. Because remember, we know what area we're supposed to be dealing with. And now I've seen the break here. Has it broken it? It has. Okay. Now we're in a lower time frame, so we're going to do it again. I'm going to grab the fib. And then you've seen it. Okay. Now the nice thing is, guys, even if this goes wrong, you're only risking your entry from there to there or to just the block below. Now, the nice thing is that it's brilliant. And you can see over here we had a structure beforehand. We just go back out. This is why I really, really like this. And you guys see like your TP is right at the top of the last structure. The Fibonacci doesn't just give you the perfect like entries over time. They also know, they tell you like where you can actually reach to. You can reach to the 0 and go to the negative 27, and you can go to the negative 618. Okay, now all I want you guys to concentrate on is, remember we did it from the higher time frames, then you saw the impulsive movement to my lower time frame. Now we're going back down. Okay, so we've seen this impulse happen. Okay, let's see. I had to buy this and I pushed go. Look at this, guys. Okay, TP1 would have been taken out already. TP2 taken out already. And I want you to realize like that's 15-minute candles, all of them. Don't know why people trade so much. Okay, so I would have taken up my first trade and my second trade would have gone out. I would have moved my stop loss to break even. Okay, so it doesn't let me do anything right now. Anyway, so I would have definitely moved my trade here into break even, guys. So let's just say that my stop loss would have been here. Let's see if it comes down to stop it. Why? Because one of my trades have been taken out. I always move my stop losses up into break even because you've already made profit, guys. You don't need to like hold for any longer. If it goes, then it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Also want to show you guys something. I just saw something amazing right there. Okay, look at this. So first of all, we have a flag pattern happening as well. We had the pullback, we had the buy zone, boom, it absolutely came back, it pulled off, and then it broke. It didn't break this high, but it broke all of that high. So that still is the same thing. Now we need to find the impulsive leg. If you were wanting to trade this again, you can actually come here. It's a really, really enjoyable freaking thing to play with, guys. Does it have structure? So we need to see, is there structure in this game now? So we saw there was one here, okay? And now I want to go out and double check. So if I go out to the 4 hour of the daily, and we can see where that fib is. Look here, there is a marker here. And I want you guys to look from the left-hand side as well. Let's go and check it out, look here. All here, all of these guys have broken out before. So this is basically a really good area to initiate your buy. And I mean, we could do it all over again. I mean, check, the CAD just flew there. I mean, that was beautiful. And the pattern you're looking for, hourly, okay, and that's what it is. This is why it's called a flag pattern. I'll explain it now. Yes, we've had an impulsive movement, boom. Then we had the retracement. But remember, like I said in the video, I'll go back here. Sorry, boom. It normally would look like this. Impulsive movement, retracement. Boom, hits. Okay. Now you guys can see that the patterns you just need to look for. Look for the golden zones, look for structure on the left-hand side, and then you can find a pattern. Once you found a pattern, you use the Fibonacci retracement again. Every time you see a good retracement onto a structure, you trade it. And then work with our next rule, guys. You look for a double zero. Is there a double zero in here? On the 800 would be a great one, and also on the 600. There we go, double numbers, guys. Let me double check that for you. Let's confirm. Did it go past? It did. Look at that. Look at that. And then another easy way, guys, to remember, we're looking for a impulsive movement that breaks a high and still makes a pattern inside the Fibonacci zone. Okay. So this is it. Impulsive movement, pullback, breaks a high, pulls back into the fib zone, you trade that, and then you look to the left. Again, we have structure. Boom, boom. Okay, so this market came up, it pulled back, and if you wanted to even be more accurate with your trades, you could have put this within, and then again, it hits the same thing. But if you are only trading and you're scalping, then you would take your trade out here. That's why I have a higher time frame Fibonacci, guys, because I'm trying to hit the higher areas. Okay, and you can see that solidly hit the top there. Okay, and then if we just carry on, look how beautifully this played out. It was probably one of the biggest buys I've ever seen. I actually got knocked out of this trade, guys, to be honest. I was trading too greedy and I kind of had too many trades, so I decided to stop trading about here, and this thing actually took off. And then can you see the same patterns repeating itself again, guys? So it breaks the structure, it hit the liquidity, and then it flagged, hit another structure, and popped off. So guys, we just have to constantly be okay with a loss, because it's not going to always work out for you. It really isn't. But if you have a good enough strategy and a good zone to buy in, then you can't really go wrong. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I really do appreciate your time. Please let me know if there's any other information you guys would like me to do videos on, and I will create them for you. There's links in the description below if you guys want to learn more, or if you're interested in anything that I could offer you. Please just message me. I'm here to help. And yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic day. All the best, guys. Trade safe. Don't forget to stop loss.